projects, plans, giveaways, all this and more in today's video, a little bit of a chatty sewing catch-up video. Welcome, I'm Sharon. First things first, this is why I haven't been on YouTube for a while. This is the reason I have not been getting a lot of sewing done lately. This is my sweet little puppy. She's 10 weeks old. She's a big girl. Ooh, see? I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to pick her up like this. But she's very interested because she has not been allowed in the sewing room yet. Because I have a carpeted sewing room, I don't want to accidentally have a pin or thread or something that she could pick up, because if you've ever had a puppy, you know how curious they are. So she's a Great Pyrenees and Husky mix. She's very sweet at the moment. Should see her when she's wound up. Oh, say goodbye, everybody. Normally when the month ends, I put together a makes video, but in August, I had about this much time to sew, thanks to that little puppy that has joined our household. The first thing that I did sew in the month was the Sewing Workshop Cottage shirt. And here is the shirt, the completed shirt. This is not usually a style that I wear, a button front woven shirt. I was just so enamored by this fabric when it was offered that I bought the kit. The kit included the fabric, buttons, and coordinating thread, and it was enough fabric to sew the cottage shirt. And I was very appreciative that there was enough fabric that I could do pattern matching at the front. Can you see that? And I almost matched it in the back. There is a yoke there. That's a self-lined yoke that is sewn together using the burrito method. The collar and collar band are also sewn using the burrito method. It has been so long since I've done that I really had to think about it. I had done a blog post on that probably back in 2008, 2009. I can't even figure out my instructions from the blog post. So I'm going to redo it. I think I'll redo it and give you all a video, because it's one of those that I think is more helpful if you can actually see it done. Normally I would do a full bust adjustment, especially for a woven top, but what I did on this one instead is I looked at the ease allowance, the design ease. I knew it was designed to be loose fitting. My full bust measurement puts me in a size large, but my upper bust measurement puts me in a small. So I compromised and I went to a medium. So the medium, 38-inch bust, and it has a 54.5-inch finished bust measurement. As you can tell, there's a lot of ease in that, and that's why I chose not to do a full bust adjustment on this. However, when I sew it again, I am going to do a tiny little dart. I think that will just give me a little bit more shaping and make me feel a little more comfortable when I wear it. The other thing I agreed to do was a pattern test for itch to stitch. I did two versions. I did a test version out of this fabric. This is a woven, it's almost like a satiny, it's probably a polyester animal print, kind of a green. I was just thinking, oh, that'd be so cute. It'd be kind of dressy. It was a little stiffer than what I was envisioning in my head. It is a recommended fabric because it's not that heavy. It's even got a little bit of a stretch to it. This is from Ezra Harris, by the way. But I wanted something that was more flowy. This is the pair that I submitted to the designer for the finished pair. Let's see, where's the front, where's the back? I didn't put a label in these because I was under the wire trying to get it done for her. Here we go. I'll pop up a picture for you. This is actually a blouse weight fabric. I think it's a polyester and maybe a little bit of cotton. I would have to do a burn test to be 100% sure. I'm just going by the way it feels and the way it's sewed and the way it drapes. This is from Ezra Harris. I originally purchased it. I was going to sew a dress out of it, but I do like it in the shorts. I think it's nice and flowy. It's summery. I like it. I showed it with a tone-on-tone t-shirt, which was a nice look, but I'm never going to wear this tucked in. Paper bag waist on me, tucked in, really isn't the best look. I like the half tuck as I've done with this white shirt. I do have a link to Itch to Stitch patterns in my description box below if you're interested in purchasing the pattern and sewing one for yourself. Did you happen to catch the Instagram live that I did with Sarah on I didn't put what day I did it, but that's okay. I'll link to it in the description box below. If you have Instagram, go have a look at it. We went live on Instagram and we talked about beginner sewing tips. We each had our top 5 tips, and then we answered questions from folks that were watching. I had a lot of fun. Sarah had a lot of fun, and we hope everyone that watched did also. Go have a look, and if we didn't answer one of your questions, come back to us, send us a DM, send us an email, contact me on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, I will be doing another live event on the BERNINA Facebook page, and that is on September 13th at 2 p.m. And of course, if you're not available to do it live, it's always available to rewatch. And that is called Enhancing Your Personal Style as You Age. I'm doing this with Jeannie Delpit. She is the, let me make sure I get her title correct, National Events and Education Manager for BERNINA. She's an absolute delight. I think you're going to enjoy our conversation and our tips and tricks on your personal style as you age. Mark your calendars and I'll see you there on the 13th. September is National Sewing Month. I think you already know that. BERNINA is giving away more than 1,000, 1,000 is exciting, but this is even more exciting. More than 100,000 in BERNINA, Burnett, Sew-Lebrity, and sister company prizes. It is a Dream It, Design It, Win It. Here you go, right there. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below so that you can go enter. There were a number of celebrities that pre-designed their rooms, and you can use their rooms as a template to begin your own or start yourself. My friend Sue was one of the celebrities. I'm so excited about that. And this is her room. I'm trying to see if it's there. There we go. It's an interactive tool that you can use to design your dream sewing space. I can't wait to get mine designed. I'm going to do that this weekend. Again, the link will be in my description box below. Go design your room and go enter and have some fun. And I hope you win. The other big giveaway that I want to mention is the one from Shannon Fabrics, and it is the 2022 Ultimate National Sewing Month giveaway. 3 prizes worth $3,000 each. That link will be in the description box below. Go enter. To begin with, the Cashmerette Club pattern for this month, for September, is an expansion for the Stanton hoodie. And this dress, I'm going to sew my daughter this dress, and we're going to use, well, we, in terms of she's going to wear it, I'm going to sew it. It's this lightweight French terry that I purchased at S.R. Harris when I was there visiting in Minnesota. You know, I think I have seen it on Fabric Mart Fabrics also. It's gray, it's super lightweight, it's really comfortable. It's got tiny little hearts on it, black hearts with a little bit of rose gold on it. So I'm excited about sewing that for her. I've been having a lot of fun sewing items for her, and of course she's very appreciative of it. The other project that is definitely going to be sewing in September is a dress for Dress the Girl. And that is thanks to Madi Sews, who is coordinating this again this year. I'll link to her YouTube channel in the description box below so that you can go learn all about it. And last year I was going to participate in, I don't even remember. Oh, we ended up going out of town. I do remember that now. So I had reached out to Dress the Girl, the headquarters, and I have the pattern right here and the fabric that they sent to me. So here's the fabric. Let's see. Oh wait, we got 2 pieces of fabric here. So I've got the dress fabric. So that's pre-cut. Is this the pocket? And the bias tape and trim, elastic. And then I had ordered labels. So I got 50 labels. I don't think I'm gonna get 50 dresses sewn. My plan had been to reach out to some of my friends that sew here in town to see if they'd be willing to create these also, but I haven't done that yet, and I might be running out of time. I may have mentioned this before in the past, I don't recall for sure, but I did join the Sewing Workshop Sew Confident 22 Club, and I joined for the entire year. What it is, every month Linda Lee with the Sewing Workshop puts out a project. In January, we began with a jacket, and then we went to a pair of pants, and then we went to a t-shirt, and then I'm forgetting what came next. Oh, we did an embroidery project, and then we did, can't remember. Oh, I think it was that skirt and that dress. The only one I've sewn so far is the Edgewater dress right there, my favorite. Well, I'm making a commitment to finish all of the projects before the end of the year. For September, and here's my little notebook that I keep everything organized. This is all of my supplies. These are any tips and tricks, any downloads that she provides to us. September is the Helix Pants. I already had the pattern. It's a nice slim fitting pair of pants out of a Ponte knit. I did order the kit. I debated between ordering the black or this clay color. I went with the clay, actually thinking that I could wear it with this. I don't have a lot to go with this besides blue jeans. And I have black ponte here at home. So that's the project for September. It should be pretty easy. The biggest thing with pants is making sure that they fit you correctly. Once you have the fit down, pants are sewing so fast. And these, even though it's a slim fit, it has an elasticated waist. I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I appreciate that elasticated waist. It has been much more difficult to film and edit videos than I thought it would be once this puppy has come home. I have so many videos that are partially done. I've done research and I've done partial filming, and I hope to get them edited and cranked out in September. I've got 2 trends videos that are almost done. I had a Sew the Look video. I had even researched and started putting together a trends video back in July for the Coastal Grandmother look. I had started hearing about this back in June, and I did a lot of research in through June, and I had that put together. Just didn't finish it, and then now we're in September. If that trend's still around next spring, I'll update that video and I'll put that out for you. I've also been working on some pattern hack videos. Some of these pattern hacks are so easy to do. Those of us that have been sewing for quite some time, and I'm talking decades, it's just something that we always did. We just didn't call it a hack. Now it's called a hack. On Christmas videos, I have a lot going on behind the scenes. I just need to find some uninterrupted time to sit down, finish sewing some of it and editing and get it out and get the content out for you. I like to look for sewing supplies, of course, as many of you do also. I stopped into a large church garage sale recently. Even the church garage sale had inflation this year. Clothing items, instead of being $1 each, were $2 each, which is still an amazing deal. What I have behind me is what I picked up in terms of clothing that I'm going to be doing some upcycling projects with. I just like these colors together. I know they're not really my colors, but I love this. And then I bought this because it had a tag. I just like it when I find things that somebody else has sewn. Oh, I have to share this with you. I'm not upcycling this one. It's a 1980s sweater. It was $2. I'm actually sending it to a niece of mine who will probably wear it. She'll look pretty awesome. But it was $2. Still has new with tag. And look at this. How 80s is that? It's got the shoulder pads. It's got your little embellishments. Just a really fun little find. There really wasn't a lot in terms of sewing items or linens. I like looking for the old linens that have embroidery on them. So I was in that section kind of looking, didn't see anything, glanced underneath the table, saw a great big cardboard box that said it was taped up. You couldn't really see what was in it, but it was $3. I could see there were some patterns in there. I thought, wow, for $3, I'll take it home. If I can use the patterns, great. If not, I'm only out $3. So these are my patterns right here. I'll share them with you. Most of them are not my size, so I can't use them. But there were a couple that are my size that I will hang on to. Let's have a real quick look at them. Once I pulled all the patterns out and all the miscellaneous tissue pattern pieces that were in there that didn't belong to any patterns, tossed all of that, at the bottom of the box were multiple rolls of bias. There were probably a dozen rolls this size, and this many. I've got another bag filled with rolls this size. For $3. I think I did pretty good. Your turn. What have you got planned for National Sewing Month? Leave it for me in the comments below. Happy sewing. I hope you have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video. Sews right there. Oops. Okay, that's a blooper, right? I have one more project that's a maybe. I don't know why I'm crossing my fingers. That doesn't make sense.